Hey, what's up, family? What's up, friends? OG Larry coming at you. This is not financial advice, just with a little information. I hope that it can help you change your life, especially if you trade the markets, even if you invest. This is something that you might want to know. If you don't, and if you do, you already know. If you know, you know. Today was quad witching. Quad witching happens 4 times a year, the last Friday of March, June, September, and December. And what quad witching is when four types of derivative contracts are set to expire: stock options, stock index futures, and single stock futures. So, if you saw a lot of volatility, a lot of shadiness going on in the market today, that was quad witching in real effect. Quad wishing is when institutional managers roll their positions into the next quarter. So you're gonna have rebalancing, all kind of stuff in the market. And the witching hour, which is the last hour of the day, is when you see a lot of volatility. In the last few minutes today, we saw stock prices rise up after all the contracts had expired, after they expired as many as they could on both sides, calls and puts. Then we saw the momentum and the direction kind of change. We kind of saw the market pick the upside, which leaves me hope that the Santa rally is about to go down. And the Santa rally usually comes in the last couple of weeks, the last few trading days. I ain't gonna say the last couple of weeks because the year is almost over, but it happens in the last at the end of December, going into the first part of January, where we may see a Santa rally, and it's very possible that we could see it start next week. And I got the SPY up, and I want to put a couple other stocks on your radar that you might want to consider if you're trading an option, or even if you're trying to just put some money somewhere that's going to grow for you in the near term. But pulling the SPY up, as you can see, this is a 30-minute chart. The last 30 minutes of the day, it was pushed down to 679.40 right here, and then it kind of bounced off 679.40. You can see a little double bottom right here and right here. So it pushed back up to 680, and closing over 680 was a big deal. After hours, it went straight to 681.30. Now, if we can get over 685, then I'm going to think that the Saturn rally is about to pop off. So let the SPY get over 685 if you're thinking of calls next week, and you could be in good shape. So another one that I want you to put on your radar is, where are we at? Right here, Palantir. Look at the action Palantir. Look at that big body candle right there that Palantir had. It was all the way down. It opened up way down at 186, 186, almost 187. Pushed up to high as 195 right here. Then came back down a little bit towards the end of the day. Ended up closing 193.38, 193.80 after hours. So you see this relative strength right here. This is a 30-minute, but we can go to the daily and see what it did on the day. The last 2 days after this big body red candle with everything else that went down, Palantir bounced right back up. Yesterday we had the green. Right here we got continuation. Practically, really, we got confirmation that Palantir was on the up. So Palantir, put this on your radar. If Palantir uh, pulls back to 192 and stays above 192 Monday, you can look for Santa to bless Palantir come Monday going into the new year. And finally, I want to look at Tesla. I want to look at Tesla because Tesla pulled back today. Where's Tesla at? I'll just go up here and get it. So let's look at Tesla. Tesla wasn't looking good for the last 30 minutes of the day or on the day at all. Let's go test the daily or the last 30. But after hours, it's back up to 483. Tesla was as low as 474 today. So Tesla didn't cooperate with the market today. It stayed down. As you can see, we had a pretty sluggish day on Tesla. But if Tesla's going to participate in the Sally rally, what we want to see is 500. If Tesla can get to 500 anytime next week, going into even after Christmas, once Tesla gets above 500, we're going to look for Tesla to hit 510, 520, and maybe even 530. So keep Tesla on your radar. Tesla to 500 is confirmation that we're back on the upside and we might be moving higher. So my look is at Tesla, PLTR, and SPY, and for good measure, AVGO bounced back today. AVGO bounced back. AVGO just played around 330, 333 most of the day, and towards the end of the day, witching hour, AVGO bounced up. If you see the daily on AVGO, get this out of the way. You see the daily on AVGO, all this red, of course, we know where this came. We got beat down after earnings off of good earnings. But now the tech is coming back. Tech is that all that was fake out, all that was noise about the AI bubble and this and that. Because today we had a deal between Oracle and I can't remember right off who they made a deal with, but that brought money back into the AI and tech. So we had Nvidia running today. Nvidia ran was up over 181, 180 today, busted 180 in this green aftermarket. So keep AVGO on your radar for good measure, because after this big 30, 40% downturn, AVGO holds this 340, then we may be good for the upside. So going into Monday, let AVGO hold 340, let the market settle, let the dust settle the first 30 minutes of the day, and just kind of like watch your charts and see where we're at. Bitcoin staying over. If Bitcoin stays over 88,000 through the weekend, we have a nice pop. Watch for the miners, the Bitcoin miners, and some of the other uh shucks, what am I trying to say? Some of the other altcoins and cryptocurrencies to make a move also, if that's what you like to trade. So just be aware that the Santa rally is not over, and or it hasn't yet begun. I'm ahead of myself saying that it's not over, but it hasn't yet begun. Even though it's not an official thing, we got a 70% chance that we're gonna have a Santa rally. So you got things grinding up higher and higher and higher at the end of the day. The stocks that I mentioned, and so I'm giving you the resistance levels for the stocks that I mentioned, and just keep them on your radar. And if you see the moves being made, if you see them hold these late day highs and on a pullback Monday, without the market crashing or anything, if you see SPY going on its way up, just understand that the Santa rally is going to be in full effect. So with that being said, I'm not going to keep you long. Just a market recap. Put everybody up on what's going on. Get ready for Monday. Get ready for the Santa rally, and understand that we might have low volume next week. We just have a couple of trading days until Christmas Eve, and I'm just assuming that we'll probably just have a half a day trading Christmas Eve, no trading Christmas, and Friday. It's going to be low volume, so I wouldn't even look to be trading anything Friday, because that's just probably going to be a low volume. Everybody's going to be gone away for Christmas and all that. So keep all this on your radar. Keep it in mind. Be prepared so you won't be surprised. Quad witching is over. The volatility is going to come back to where it usually is. It was exacerbated today, I believe, just because of quad witching. But just take one last look at the SPY, because, like I said, as the SPY goes, so the market goes a lot of the time. And if we get a rebound on SPY, we definitely got the bounce. We got the bounce. We way over 6,800, 6,893 actually. So let me quit tripping. I'm on SPX 681. So we got the 681, and just it's still I can still look at SPX size. I like to trade this sometimes too. XPX, we needed to get over 680. So getting over 680 was a big deal. Opening at 68.24, went down to 68.20, and held 6,800 up to 68.93. So we get over 7,000 in the SPY, then we're in business. So actually, as long as we hold over 68.50, holding over 68.50 gives us a continued upside. And I think that's going to be good for the market and good for the Santa rally. So be prepared, not surprised, and let's get ready to get this money this week. And I'm still working on that calls and puts video. I'm gonna do that video, and for those that are trying to leverage their accounts and trade options, I'm gonna try to explain them to you as best that I can. It's easy to explain, but it's not as easy to execute all the time. So having guidance and understanding the language and what to look for as far as entering and exit your plays and all that. So I'll try to show you as much as I can when I get to that illustrated video. And with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. Where's it at? Peace.